Morning Stampers, it's Donna Gray here from the Northern Rivers, your Stamping Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. Just wanted to bring you a card today made with some of the items out of our new occasions catalogue, which is live at the moment. Goes through from the 4th of January through to the 31st of May, so some really nice new exciting products in this occasions catalogue. Plus it's Sale-A-Bration time. Our Sale-A-Bration catalogue goes from the 4th of January to the 31st of March. So any time that you spend 90 Australian dollars, you will get a free item out of our Sale-A-Bration catalogue for nothing. So lots of things in there, stamps, papers, ribbons, so it's not just stamp sets that you can get for free. So great, exciting time at the moment. So I just wanted to bring you a pop-out birthday card today using on page 5 of our occasions catalogue. It's called the Balloon Adventures Balloon Pop-Up Thinlit Dies. You can buy, these aren't in a bundle, but the pop-up dies match the Balloon Adventures stamps. So as you'll see when I start to do this card. I'll also be using, this is another one that says Milestone Moments on page 27 of our occasions catalogue. And it's for all special birthdays, 21st, 40th, 50th, 60th, 16th. I'm actually doing a card today for a friend of my daughter's who is turning 16. So, okay, and out of our Sale-A-Bration catalogue, I'm actually going to use an item on page 9 in the catalogue. These beautiful little edgelet stamps, which you can make a really nice, it looks like a backing paper that you can make it and it looks like it's a lacy backing paper. Okay, so to start off with, we'll be using our Whisper White cardstock. We'll also be using Elegant Eggplant cardstock. We'll be using Bermuda Bay cardstock for our balloons and some Pacific Point, so just scrap pieces of Pacific Point and Bermuda Bay. And we'll be using, in our stamp pads, ink pads, I'll be using Island Indigo and Elegant Eggplant. Okay, now, what I've actually done ahead of time is I've cut out our pop-out element in the middle, and I've also cut out another pop-out element, but I'll show you what I'm going to do with this on the front, which you can use it, instead of using it as a pop-out element, we'll use it as a decoration on the front. Okay, so my piece of Whisper White is 5 3/4 by 11.5 inches and scored at 5 3/4 in the middle. My piece of Elegant Eggplant, I did it 5.5 by 11 and scored at 5.5 in the middle. Okay, now what I've done is where I scored and made my fold in the middle, I've actually sat, which I'll show you the die, I've actually sat the die on the fold. This is your pop-out element in your die set. In your die set, you get some lovely, one of my balloons is missing out of there, but you get some lovely little, there it is in the packet. You get the pop-out element, plus you get a couple of balloons to decorate your balloons. You get a string if you wanted to put it on a string. You get some nice little floraling edgelets. You get some nice little bows and things. So quite a few dies in that set. Okay, so I'm going to use this one, and I'm also going to use these 2 dies to cut out my pattern pieces, which I've done ahead of time. So what I did was on my middle crease, where I folded my card, you'll see that there's a triangle down the bottom here, and you'll see there'll be a straight line that runs up through this die. You put that on your fold and strategically place it so it's going to be nice and in the middle of your insert, and I cut that out. Obviously you put it down that way to cut. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of our Snail adhesive, and I'm going to put some Snail just on these back fold bits. When you get this pop out part, you'll find that there'll be a fold down here, a fold down the middle, and a fold the other side. So what you do is you fold the outside fold into the middle, turn it around, fold the outside fold into the middle, and your middle fold is a mountain fold in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to place some snail on that rectangle part. Okay, now with this one, I want to place it about 1/2 an inch from the end of my card. There. Place it down, get it nice and straight. Okay, now you can do this one of two ways. You can either fold it over, or I actually like to make sure I place it so I can see that it sits nicely. 1/2 an inch from that end. There. Okay, and when we fold it up, folds neatly in the middle. Okay, now to finish off the inside, I'm just going to use out of the Balloon Adventures stamp. I'm actually going to use this stamp here. No one deserves a happier birthday than you. I'm actually going to stamp it in my Island Indigo on this deep purple. I sort of thought that I needed a darker, deeper colour to be able to show that up. So I'm just going to stamp that in the middle here. So stamp straight down, leave it a little while for it to soak in, straight back up. Okay, so that's the inside of my card done. Now the outside. I've cut some layering pieces. Sorry, I haven't finished the inside. I was going to decorate those balloons. Now, the perfect glue for this would be the fine tip glue pen, but at the moment my fine tip glue pen is playing up. I tried to get it to work before this video and I couldn't get it to work, so I'm just going to use some of my Tombow liquid glue. Now I've just put spots all on the back of that balloon and it can get placed on top of that balloon there. Takes a little while for the glue to set up. You get a little bit of wiggle room and then it will stick. Okay. Other Bermuda Bay piece, I'm also going to put some little dobs of Tombow all around on the pieces. Okay, we're going to stick that one on this one. Get your fingers, you can work your fingers down in underneath there so you can press that down really well. Okay, our Pacific Point balloon that's nice and stripy. And these cut beautifully in the Big Shot. If you haven't used die cuts before, you will absolutely love if you get an opportunity to try out a Big Shot machine. It is so much fun being able to cut out the images that you stamp, or to cut out a layering like this that can go over an already cut out piece, because as you can see, look at the middle of that now. So much better. You could also do a bow down on the bow part as well. So they're glued really nicely. Make sure you fold that balloon in the middle too, so that will fold up when we fold the card shut. Okay, so now for the front of the card, I've cut some layering pieces. First of all, out of the Elegant Eggplant, I've cut a 5.5 piece by 5.5, which I'm actually going to put some snail on the back of that and layer that on. Help if I got my snail up the right way. That way. And my snail doesn't want to work. There we go. Could help if I put it up the right way. Okay. Now, I'm going to place that on there. Because I've cut it at 5.5 by 5.5, you get about 1/8 of an inch all the way around as a border with your white. Okay, now I'm going to stamp this piece before I actually stick it on, because the trick is always stamp before you stick it on, or otherwise you could end up in a spot of bother. Okay, so I'm going to use the Island Indigo and I'm going to use out of the Milestone Moment stamp set, I'm going to use the Happy, the Sweet, and the 16th. Okay. So stamp it in the Island Indigo, some on my finger. Okay, now I'm going to put that up in the top corner up here. Happy, Sweet, 16th. As I said, a couple of seconds just to let the ink soak into our, there we go, very nice, sink into our cardstock. Okay, now for the lacy edging part, I've lined up out of these, this is one of the freebies out of our Sale-A-Bration. I've lined up the way they came. There's actually just one of them that I've missed out on. But as you can see, I've lined them all up on my block. I've worked out that it's going to be big enough. Actually might go that way. Yeah, that looks good. So I've worked out that it's actually going to be big enough. It will just stamp off the edges on some of them. Okay, so because this is so big, I turn the stamp over, and with the ink pad, I'm going to use the Elegant Eggplant with the ink pad. I ink up my stamps like so. Much easier than trying to maneuver a big block onto an ink pad. It's way harder to try and do that. Okay, so line my Whisper White cardstock up and line them up. And straight down. As I said, a couple of seconds for that ink to soak in. And there you go. Just a really nice little pattern that I've done. You'd swear that was a piece of paper with that pattern already printed on it. Done it with some stamps. So they're a lovely little additive that you can do. Now the reason, you'll probably think, why in the world have I left this big gap here? The reason being, I want to actually stick some balloons on like so. Okay, so I cut that piece out, but I'm actually going to cut these out so I can stick it on like an embellishment on the front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some Snail on the back of this one and align it up onto our layering piece at the front. Always make sure you've got your card going up the right way when you go to put it on. Okay, now this has given me probably a little under ½ an inch border all the way around. Okay, now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up here and up through there, the edge of the balloon here, the edge of this balloon, and the edge of this balloon. And a little bow there. Okay. I didn't cut that real well. Round it off a little bit. And a little bit more on this one. Okay. And as you can see, we can stick that on quite nice. I actually might, I'm going to colour them with some stamps. Sorry, I've added an extra step in here. Something a little bit different. So now you've seen on the inside how I've actually layered with the die cuts. Now on this side, I'm actually going to do it with the stamps instead. This one here. Using the elegant eggplant again, line it up on our die cut, and stamp down, stamp up. Line it up again, stamp down, stamp up, and we'll do a spotty one in the middle. Okay, stamp down and up. And there you have it. So that's just decorated them with some stamps. Honestly, it doesn't matter if they don't match up perfectly. Still looks quite pretty. So, on that, I might pop that up with some dimensionals. I'll be back in a minute. Sorry, I couldn't quite find my dimensionals, so I've used some of our foam tape that we use for doing window box cards. Anyway, nothing like improvising when you can't find some of the items that you need. Okay, so we'll pop that one on. There, like so, and it's popped up. Okay, so there you have it. Quick and easy, happy birthday pop-out card. Lovely for the recipient when they open it up that it pops out beautifully like that. Very quick, simple, easy card. As I said, some really nice, exciting things happening in our catalogues. Might just decorate that with a few diamantes there, just to add a little bit of bling. Okay, so there you have it. Okay, thank you for watching. If you are wishing to purchase any of the items in this video, I will have my link to my online store down below. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you're wanting to do business with a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would be happy to do business with you. I will also leave my email address down below for you as well, if you wanted to contact me and have any questions regarding purchasing products. Even if you were thinking about becoming a demonstrator, I can answer some questions that you need to know and give you all the info that you need to know. So thank you all for watching once again. I'll be bringing you a few more videos on some of our new things out of our occasions catalogue at the moment. If you liked this video, please give me the thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, because then you don't miss out on any of the new videos that I've posted. I'm sorry I have been missing in action for a little while. It's been a bit hectic over Christmas, but now I'm back and I'll be trying to post videos weekly for you, especially now that our occasions catalogue is out. As I said, occasions catalogue and Sale-A-Bration time at the moment. So getting quick, as we only have a couple of months to do this, especially the Sale-A-Bration, January through to March. So you've got 3 months to be able to get your freebies, which it's a great time. If you were thinking about signing up for Stampin' Up! Australia at the moment, it is a great time to do it, because not only do you get your great kit, your starter kit, that you get bonus products, you will also get bonus Sale-A-Bration items as well. So if you're trying to get your stock up of, like your collection of stamps and things, now's a great time to do it. Okay, thank you all for watching, and see you again next time. Bye from Donna Gray. Thanks.